In a world that never stops moving, we're all running. We race through crowded streets, our feet a blur against the pavement, caught in a frantic dance with time. This was my life, a relentless sprint from one task to the next. My name is Ollie, and for a long time I was just another face in the blur, swept away by the current of a world moving too fast. I felt overwhelmed, a tiny island in an ocean of haste. The city's neon glare and the endless flood of notifications were reflected in my eyes, a constant reminder of the mental overload I carried every single day. The pressure was building, and I didn't even know how lost I truly was. My mornings started not with the warmth of the sun, but with the cold glow of a screen. I'd sit at the breakfast table, my thumb endlessly scrolling, lost in a digital world while the real one faded into the background. My mother's voice, usually a source of comfort, became a distant echo. I could see her speaking, her expression warm and loving, but I wasn't really there. The shallow distance between us grew with every notification, every mindless scroll. It was a perfect portrait of our modern disconnect, physically present, but emotionally miles away. This chaos followed me to work. My desk was a battlefield of scattered papers and glowing screens, each one vying for my attention. Notifications didn't just pop up on my devices, they seemed to explode in the air around me, a constant barrage of demands. I was a master of multitasking, or so I thought. Staring at my laptop, my face tight with stress, I felt trapped. It was the same worn-out feeling I carried with me from the moment I left my apartment. One evening, on my way home, I walked right past a breathtaking sunset. The sky was on fire with vibrant hues of orange and purple, a masterpiece painted across the horizon. But I didn't see it. My gaze was fixed on the pavement, my mind already on the next task, the next worry. I was a dull, grey figure against a world bursting with color, completely oblivious to the beauty I was missing. That sunset was a silent invitation, a moment of grace I wasn't yet ready to accept, but something had to give. One weekend, feeling a deep, unspoken need to escape, I found myself drawn back to the quiet streets of my childhood. It was a world away from the city's frantic energy. Here the streets were clean, the air was calm, and the warm, golden light of the late afternoon felt like a gentle embrace. I was surrounded by familiar old houses and trees that swayed softly in the breeze. It was a stark, peaceful contrast to the chaos I had just left behind, a temporary sanctuary for my exhausted soul. As I walked, lost in a wave of nostalgia, I saw him, an old man, sitting on a simple wooden bench, a serene smile on his face as he looked up at the sky. The sunlight bathed him in a gentle glow, and he radiated a sense of peace that felt almost otherworldly. There was a profound wisdom in his stillness. Intrigued, I felt a flicker of curiosity, a faint smile touching my own lips. In that moment of shared quiet, something within me began to shift. I approached him, and he greeted me with kind eyes. He spoke gently, his voice as calm as the evening breeze. He didn't offer grand philosophies or complicated advice. He simply talked about the sky, the feel of the sun on his skin, the sound of the leaves rustling in the wind. He spoke of the beauty of the now. As I listened, truly listened for the first time in what felt like years, I could feel the tension in my shoulders begin to soften. The constant noise in my head started to quiet down. My whole posture changed as I leaned in, soaking in his simple wisdom. It was as if he had given me permission to finally be still. I noticed the little things around me, the way the sunlight filtered through the leaves, dancing in the gentle breeze. It was a lesson in mindfulness, a reminder of the profound power held within a single, present moment. I imagined a vintage clock, its frantic ticking slowing to a gentle, rhythmic pulse, its hands moving with deliberate grace. That's what it felt like inside my mind, a shift from the desperate rush to a quiet, powerful presence. The change wasn't instantaneous, but it was real. That evening at dinner, I made a conscious choice. I placed my phone face down on the table. When my mother saw this small gesture, a warm, genuine smile lit up her face. It was a silent acknowledgement, a bridge rebuilt. I looked at her, really looked at her, and listened as she spoke. I saw the love in her eyes, felt the warmth of our connection rekindling. We weren't just sharing a meal. We were sharing a moment, fully and completely. A few days later, I found myself back in the same spot where I had missed the sunset. This time, I stood still. I watched as the colors bled across the sky, a spectacle of fiery beauty I had been blind to before. I was fully there, absorbing every second of it. I took a deep, slow breath, closing my eyes and feeling a profound sense of peace wash over me. The transformation was settling in. Now, when I walk, there's no rush. My steps are calm, my body is relaxed. I'm no longer racing against time, I'm walking with it. My journey led me here to this quiet rooftop overlooking the city at night. The frantic energy below now looks different, like a constellation of distant twinkling lights, beautiful in its own way, but no longer overwhelming. The chaos is still there, but it no longer consumes me. I've learned that the antidote to the rush isn't to escape the world, but to find the stillness within it. The true richness of life is found in these simple, present moments, the feeling of a cool breeze, the warmth of a loved one's smile, the gentle touch of a leaf. We spend so much of our lives chasing the next thing. We forget that everything we're truly searching for, peace, connection, and joy, is right here, right now. All we have to do is pause, breathe, and pay attention. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share if this story resonated with you.